During my 2020 goals video, I also shared my word of the year. If you've not seen my 2020 goals video, I will link that video in a card above. And in that video, I shared the word intentional or intentional living. So today I am going to dig down and share with you what intentional living is going to mean for me in 2020. Hey you guys, I'm Kristen and welcome to the Gold Project. If you are new here, welcome. We hope you decide to become a part of our community by clicking that red subscribe button below. Also hit that bell notification so you are informed every time I post videos. I post videos at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on this channel, we have a mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. So I hope you decide to click that red subscribe button and to become a part of our community and our mission. So just like everything, I not only said intentional and intentional living was going to be my word or words of the year, I also did a little bit of research. And I've created this basically roadmap for myself for 2020. So these are the things that intentional means for me and the items that I am going to try to tackle this year. So this is what I'm going to be explaining in this video. What intentional means to me and how I'm applying it to my life. So for me, the word intentional is going to mean a roadmap that helps me navigate life. So that's exactly what I feel like I've created right here. This is my roadmap. This is what I'm looking at, and this is what I'm going off of for the word intentional. So everything that I do this year has to be some kind of way associated with something on this page. So I want to talk about each one of the little areas with you today. And then we're going to go a little bit deeper in additional videos on some of them. So I'm just going to start at the top left of this paper and I'm going to make my way around and we're just going to talk about every single thing. Number 1 is asking why. So any purchases, any decisions, any questions, anything that I do this year, I'm going to ask myself why I'm doing them. I honestly feel, and we're going to get to this in a second, the being honest with myself in a minute, because some of these kind of go together, so I might end up talking about one little section more than once. But I feel like a lot of times I have, even though I feel like I'm good at purchasing and decluttering and all of that, sometimes I miss the whole why. Why am I purchasing this? Because sometimes, if I was to be honest with myself, the why is because somebody told me I needed to buy it. Number 2, the purpose behind your actions. So I need to make sure that there is a reason behind everything. What is the bigger picture? If I'm going to bring this into my home, what's the purpose? For instance, I did purchase stickers this week from Planner Kate. What is the purpose? For my petite planner. Everything that I purchased had to be something I was going to use 100% in my planner. So no more purchasing random stickers just because they're pretty. So a purpose for everything. Purpose meaning when we're talking about planner items, did I write it down that I was going to use that during a week? Number 3 is to know my direction. So in order to be intentional, I need to know the direction we are heading. So that's why I do goals. That's why I try to make sure we have a goal on everything. Maybe it's not for the home. Maybe it's for the home. Maybe it's financially. Everything needs to have a direction. So, and that direction needs to be in mind when I'm making purchases, when I'm bringing things into my home, when I'm making any type of decisions for me and my household. So number 4 is to create a vision. So I'm going to talk about a vision and my home inventory in the next video. So we are actually going to break down my home and the areas in my home that need to be changed. So number 4 is create visions. And number 5 for intentional is to take inventory of each area of your life. So we're gonna do that in a video. So I'm gonna give you my vision for me, my family, our home, just in a nutshell. And then we're gonna take an inventory of my life, of this house. So we're gonna walk through and I'm gonna tell you what areas that I don't like, or some areas that I feel like, why did I buy that? So we're going to take responsibility in that video. Number 6 is really huge. And to me, it's really hard living in the society that we live in today. We are a social media society, and have compared myself to others so much. So in order to be intentional, I need to stop comparing myself to other people. And you guys, that may entail like unfollowing people on social media and people that aren't good for my health. Now, that doesn't mean that people aren't doing great videos and great content and they've got a great message, but maybe that message is not right for me. You know, if I'm watching video after video and this person continuously tells me I need to go out and buy something, and then in my head I'm like, I need to go out and buy something. She said I need to go out and buy something. Then maybe I need to take a step back, and maybe I need to stop comparing myself to this person and listening to everything they tell me I need to do. So that is something I need to do, is to stop comparing myself to others, even if that means unfriending, unfollowing, and watching people on social media. Number 7 is going to be another one that gets a video, and it's being honest with myself. So in any situation, it doesn't matter if you are addicted to something, anything, honesty is the best policy. You have to be honest with yourself, especially if you have a problem, in order to work past that problem. So in a video, I'm going to share with you some of the hard truths about me, and I'm just going to be honest with myself. Because not only am I going to have to sit here and tell you about it, I'm also going to have to go back and rewatch it several times during the editing process. So being honest with myself is going to be a difficult thing, but I feel like to be intentional and to live an intentional life, I need to be honest with myself and quit hiding from myself on things and admit that some things that I have actually done wrong. Number 8 is doing what feels right for me. Let me say that again. Doing what feels right to me. And y'all, I will tell you, I've been down this journey for a while, and even down to the word embrace, when embrace was my word of the year. I want to say that was 2016. That was a big transition for me. And that is because I've always been a planner. I've always been an organizer, but I kind of hid behind it and didn't want to admit that that was who I was as a person, because I didn't want anybody to judge me. So when I told myself that I was going to make the hard decision to embrace it, this is who I am. If you don't like it, you don't have to be around me. I don't care if you're here or not. I would love for you to be here. But if you don't support me and you don't support who I am, then I don't need you in my life. So I need to continue down this path. I've always been the type person that didn't want to make others upset. So it was like, okay, I'm not going to do this even though it makes me happy because it upsets somebody else. And I will always think outside before I thought inside. If something was really right to me and it felt really good, but somebody else didn't think I needed to do it, I'll listen to them before I listen to me. You can't do that, because at the end of the day, I'm the only person that's responsible for me. I'm the only person that has to look at myself at the end of the day and like myself or not. And you know, I read this thing. And it was like a light bulb moment for me. You know, you have those moments on Instagram when you or social media when you run into some kind of quote and it really speaks to you. This one did. And it said, if I ask you to make a list of everything that you were grateful for, how long would it take you to say yourself? Seriously, it was like, stop me dead in my tracks. I would never say myself. Never say I was happy or grateful to be me. So that really got my mind going to that one little quote about how I view myself. So overall, I need to do what feels right to me, not somebody else than me. So that is part of my intentional living for 2020. Number 9 is probably the easiest thing for me to do, and that is to set goals. You guys, everybody needs to set goals. Sometimes it's a daily goal. Sometimes it's a weekly goal. Y'all, I set all sorts of goals. My to-do list is a daily goal. In my content planner, I actually have monthly goals now. Let me show you. So I've got monthly goals up here that I want to attain. So I actually have monthly goals that I want to accomplish at the end of every month. I have yearly goals. You guys have seen it on my 2020 goals video. And you guys, sometimes the biggest goal is just to make it to the end of the day with a positive attitude. And you know, that's okay. Some days, if you just make it up in the morning, you make it to work, you get home at the end of the day, and you were able to say, I finished this day, you have accomplished a goal. Sometimes goals don't have to be gigantic. So set goals. If you're not setting goals, set them. I set them and they help me a lot. They give me intention. I intend to accomplish this today. If I don't get it accomplished today, it moves to the next day. Number 10 is to use my core values to guide my direction. First, you need to know what your core values are. So if you don't know what your core values are, this is a great time to start. What is valuable to you? And here's what I've learned with value. I used to value stuff a lot, like a lot. And as I've gotten older, I don't value that stuff as much anymore. Like I've asked myself, if this house was burning down and I had to grab something out of it, and I could only grab a few things besides my kids, my pets, my husband, and all that, what would I grab? And, you know, like years ago, I'd be like, oh, my Rae Dunn stuff or my Cotton Color stuff. And now I'm like, I don't even know. Because here's the thing. Like in my brain, I want to say, oh, my Shutterfly photo books. But here's the great thing about the times that we live in. All of those things are replaceable. Like Shutterfly has every one of those saved for me. So if a situation happened where I lost them all, it might take me a while to repurchase them, but they're saved for me and I can repurchase them. So you guys, the only things, I mean, there's not any things that I feel like are that important. Maybe my emergency binder, because my emergency binder has all of the important information from insurance to, you know, all the numbers on the house, everything like that. So probably that's the only thing I would grab. But other than that, everything is replaceable but my loved ones. So my core values, I'm going to continue to make sure that those are guiding the direction that I go down this year. Number 11 is to create a plan for everything. You guys know, I usually have a good plan, and I've had to step back from this a little bit because I'm one of those people that likes to multitask. Let's do lots of plans at one time. So I've kind of stepped back and I've said, you cannot leave that stressful, chaotic life one plan at a time. So you're gonna see, I wanna say it's next Friday's video where I share with you the 5 areas that we are going to declutter. We've got plans for these 5 areas. I'm not going to look or think about anything else. Sometimes our plans need to be to slow down. And that's what mine needs to be. To slow down, to enjoy the process, not just the outcome. So we're gonna have a plan for everything, but it's going to be a plan of breathing and it's slow pace. Everything seems to be, we have to do it now. So I need to breathe and I need to know that there is going to be a plan for everything, and it doesn't have to be a plan that's complete tomorrow. Last but not least is to live to be happy. I can honestly say, you guys, that I am at a spot where I feel happy. Sometimes I think that I need to quit saying we. I need to say I. In the past, I have let a lot of stuff dictate my happiness. A lot of stuff that I had no control over. And then once I decided that I couldn't hold on to other people's worries or other people's guilt or trying to make everybody else happy, I was happier. So it's a journey. It's not a journey that just happens overnight, and it's not something that's a constant happiness, but it is definitely a path. So living a happy life is the ultimate goal. So to be intentional living, and to be happy, to me, all go together. So I'm excited to take this journey with you guys. I'm excited to break up these things into separate videos and for us to tackle them together, and I hope you are too. So in the comments below, I want you to share with me your word or words or quote of the year. Let's get a conversation going about what we are trying to accomplish, or what is the word or phrase or quote of the year that we are using as an umbrella over our life. So leave that in the comments below. So you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our community and our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.